Hello everyone, and a heartfelt welcome to all our BA students and fellow teachers educators. It is pleasure to be here with you today as we explore a crucial part of your educational psychology journey. As future teachers, you will be facilitating students over time is vital. Today, we will explore Tuckman's theory of group development, a foundational framework that helps us understand how groups evolve and how we, as educators, can guide them to each stage. Now let's see some objectives. By the end of our session, you will be able to identify and describe the 5 stages of group development as per Tuckman's model. Understand the role of a teacher at each stage of group formation. Analyze group behavior during collaborative learning and teaching practices. Apply Tuckman's theory in real BEd contexts like peer teaching, practicum groups, and inclusive projects. Develop strategies to manage diverse and dynamic student groups effectively. Why understanding group matters in education. Importance of group work in teaching and learning. Role of group development in classroom management. Teachers and facilitators of group process. Correction to peer learning and collaborative teaching. Understanding group dynamic is crucial for educators. Effective group work not only enhances learning outcomes but also contributes significantly to a well-managed classroom environment. Teachers act as guides, steering students to collaborative process that foster both academic and social growth. This insight empowers future teachers to cultivate productive learning communities. Now, let's begin with the importance of group development in education. Before that, we will see the overview of Tuckman's theory. Now, foundation of group growth. 1965, Bruce Tuckman proposed the initial 4 stages of group development: forming, storming, norming, and performing. 1977, Tuckman added a 5th stage, a journey to the model, recognizing the importance of group dissolution and closure. The theory remains widely used in educational psychology and teacher training programs worldwide. Bruce Tuckman's theory offered a foundational framework for understanding how groups evolve. Initially, he identified 4 distinct stages, which were later expanded to 5 to encompass the natural disbanding process of groups. This model provides a clear roadmap for educators to anticipate and navigate the various phases of group interaction, promoting more effective collaborating learning environment. Let's begin with the importance of group development in education. Collaborative group work in a cornerstone of modern classroom. Whether it's micro-teaching activity or a school internship project, group dynamic significance, effective learning outcomes. As educators, you will act as a facilitator who foster productive peer relationship, manage conflicts, and ensure inclusive participation. Tuckman's theory of group development proposed in 1965. So let's see the first stage of Tuckman's theory. Now, forming stage, getting oriented and acquainted. Now, in the forming stage, group members are just beginning to interact, often with an air of politeness and uncertainty. They look to the teacher or designated leader for direction. An example, in BA context, you would be the very first group activity in a micro-teaching class, where students are getting to know each other and the task the teacher's role is critical in setting a positive tone and clear objectives. Second stage is storming stage. Now comes to storming stage, where differences surfaces, group members may challenge each other, and power struggle can emerge. Emotional reaction like defensiveness and frustration are common. For example, during lesson planning, students may disagree on content or roles. As a teacher, it's important to mediate conflicts, encourage respectful dialogue, and build emotional resilience. Next is norming stage. As the group stabilizer, it enters the norming stage. Role becomes clearer, collaboration improve, and trust develop. Group members begin working towards shared goals. You might see BA students preparing a peer teaching lesson with a clear plan and defined responsibility. At this point, teachers should promote responsibility, peer evaluation, and structured cooperation. Now, during which stage is conflicts and disagreement most likely to surface? Now, the correct answer is storming. The storming stage is characterized by conflict, ego clash, and emotional responses that test group unity. Now, next stage is performing stage. Once group reach performing, they are high-functioning members are self-directed, confident, and problem-solve effectively. You will see student conducting lessons seamlessly, or managing classroom tasks collaboratively. Here, the teacher role shifts to support, observation, and celebrating successes. Now, next stage is adjourning stage. This is our fifth stage, and here, the final stage, the adjourning. This occurs after the task is completed and the group disbands. There might be a mix of emotions, pride, sadness, and relief. After a practicum or a big group project, it's important for teachers to facilitate reflection, provide feedback, and create emotional closure through sharing, circle, or group journals. Understanding each of these stages allows teachers to anticipate group need and tailor support accordingly. For instance, in the storming stage, your strategy might include conflict resolution technique, while in performing, you will promote autonomy. In adjourning, the emphasis shifts to closure and reflection to assist your group through each phase. Now, here, use icebreakers and clarify objectives in forming. Set conflicts, resolutions, norms during storming. Encourage role and share accountability in norming. Let go of control and appreciate achievement in performing. Provide structured reflection during adjourning. These ideas aren't just theory. They apply directly to our experience in their classroom. Whether you are organizing peer teaching groups or working on inclusive education projects, group stages unfold visibly. For example, during school internship, you will notice your group moving through all 5 stages while planning and executing lessons. Now, leadership and inclusivity are crucial. Assign rotating leadership role. Encouraging quieter students and recognizing diversity in learning style and backgrounds can ensure all members feel valued. A group contract is a great tool to define expectations and promote fairness. However, challenges do arise. You might face free-riding, domination by a few members, or a lack of creativity due to groupthink. In each case, use peer evaluation, set clear rubrics, and engage in reflective feedback to maintain balance. Now, strategies for facilitating each stage. Now, for me, utilize icebreak and clearly communicate objectives to set a welcoming and structured tone. Teachers can actively guide groups through each stage of Tuckman's model with specific intervention from initial icebreak in forming stage to conflict resolution in storming and role assignment in norming. Proactive strategies foster positive group dynamics. During performing, enabling independent tasks and share leadership empower students while reflection and recognizing in adjourning provide crucial closure. Now, applications of group dynamic in the BA classroom. In the dynamic world of teacher education, understanding group dynamic in a paramount. This presentation explores how fundamental theories, particularly Tuckman's stage of group development, can be effectively applied in BA classroom and future teaching environment. We'll bridge theory with practical strategies to enhance collaborative learning and prepare future educators. Now, there is one question for you. What is one effective way to manage unequal participation in group? So, the first option is allow the group to self-correct over time. B. Second option, assign a permanent group leader. C. Third option is use rotating role and peer assessment. D option is fourth one, remove quiet students from the group. So the correct answer is C. Use rotating roles and peer assessment. This strategy ensures all voices are heard and discourage domination or withdrawal. Now their theory meets practice. Micro-teaching group. Pre-service teachers can form micro-teaching group, providing a safe space for practicing lessons, delivery, and receiving constructive feedback. This application directly mirrors the forming and norming stage. As students, acclimate to group norms and develop cohesion. Peer observation and feedback team. Establishing peer observation team allow BA students to hone their analytical skills and provide valuable insight to their peers. This fosters a supportive environment reflecting the norming and the performing stages, where trust and productivity are high. Teaching internship collaboration. During teaching internship collaboration with mentor, teachers and fellows interns is crucial. Students navigate real-world challenges, utilizing the storming and performing stages as they address conflicts and achieve shared goals. Inclusive education projects. Group projects focus on inclusive education, encourage students to address diverse learning needs and adapt teaching strategies. We showcase the performing stage, where group leverage individual strengths to create innovative and equitable solutions. Now, group leadership and inclusivity. Assign rotating group roles, address diversity, encourage quieter voice, and promote equitable participation. Now, what common challenges and what is the solution? Free riding or domination. Some students may avoid contributing while others may try to control the group output. This Imbalance can lead to resentment and ineffectiveness. Communication breakdown, misunderstanding, lack of clear communication channels, or failure to listen actively can derail group progress and lead to errors. Groupthink or lack of creativity. Group might prioritize conformity over critical thinking, leading to poor decision making or a lack of innovative solutions. Teacher solutions implement facilitation techniques, structure peer review process, and clear rubrics to ensure accountability, encourage constructive feedback, and foster creativity. Now, let's see what is our conclusion. Now, Tuckman's stage of group development provide a robust framework for understanding and guiding collaborative learning environment. Recognizing these stages allow future educators to proactively address challenges and maximize the potential of group work. Now, gradual group development. Group progress through distinct stages, and each stage presents unique opportunities and challenges that must be navigated effectively. Teacher guiding role. Teachers are central to fostering positive group dynamics, providing support and implementing strategies that facilitate healthy group growth and productivity. Enhance learning. Enhance learning outcomes. Effective group work not only improve academic performance but also develop essential social and emotional skills critical for future professional success. Conscious application. Apply this theory consciously in lesson planning, practicum experiences, and all classrooms interaction to cultivate resilient and effective collaborative learning environment. Now, as future teacher, think critically about how you can apply this theory. Can you identify the stage of a group you are currently part of? How will you navigate a group stuck in storming? What will you do to ensure inclusivity in learning? Now, let's take a moment to reflect on what we have covered. Group development is a gradual stage-wise process. Each stage brings its own opportunities and challenges. Your role as a teacher evolves with these stages, from guiding and meditating to celebrating and concluding. Understanding and applying Tuckman's model help improve not just group outcomes but also the social and emotional learning of your student. Now here, there is one more question. What best describes the teacher's evolving role across Tuckman's 5 stages? Now, passive observer. Second is constant authoritative figure. Third is adaptive facilitator responding to group needs. Fourth is only active in beginning. So, what will be the correct answer? The correct answer is the option C, adaptive facilitator responding to group need. Now, effective teachers. Why this adaptive facilitator responding to group need is effective teachers adjust their role based on group maturity. They guide in forming, mediate to brainstorming, supporting learning, step back in performing, and bring closure in adjourning. Now, let's say thank you all for engaging with today's session. As you move forward in your teaching journey, remember that the strength of your classroom lies not only in individual mind but in the collective growth of the group. Support your students through each stage and you will foster deeper learning and community in your classroom. We appreciate your active participation and insightful contribution throughout this presentation. Your enthusiasm for exploring new pedagogical approaches and commitment to fostering effective learning environment are truly inspiring. We hope the strategies and concepts discussed today will empower you in your educational journey. For further resources and continuous learning, please feel free to reach out our visit